Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I thought today that we would give some attention to a range that is launched on the eponymous shop, and it's called the Gruff Stuff. The reason that I wanted to try it out with you is because it's focused on men's skincare, and I think that's so important that today more and more brands are coming out that are focused on different things, different areas, different specialities, and it's always good to see a range that is focused on men's skincare. Things are changing, but traditionally it used to be that men would do the absolute bare minimum or sometimes not do much at all. So when a range comes along that really is keeping it simple but effective, I thought it would be good for us to try it out. So it's just launched on Eponymous, as I say. This is not a sponsored post at all. It's just because it's launched on the shop that I thought it would be good to try it out with you. So they have actually given me these as press samples. They're a UK-based brand. As I say, it's aimed at men, but that doesn't mean that it's only men that can use it. If you like it and it works for you, then by all means use it. And I'm going to let you know how I feel it is on my skin, the scent, things like that. It is vegan, it's organic, it is cruelty free. Check the website though for the statistics and the breakdowns just so that you know exactly. And I think it's really important that we make skincare easy and relatable. So I do love the packaging, I like the ethos, but I think more than anything, I like the fact that they're trying to simplify an effective product so it's not overcomplicated, it's not time consuming. So we're going to take a look at these three products today. It's going to be for the eyes, for the facial moisturiser and for the body moisturiser. So as I said before, even though it's a men's aimed skincare brand, I think if you like the sound of it and you like the sound of the ingredients, why not go for it? You might even want to share it, although that can end up in an argument, so make sure that you've asked if you can share it and not just decided without telling anyone. Understandably, what I think is great about it is there's going to be active ingredients that I'll chat with you about, but it is a fast-paced brand, and what I mean by that is you put the product on, you don't need to faff about with it, it's on and then you can move forward. I think that's because of the spray element to it. Just make it quick. When I was reading on the website beforehand and looking at the packaging, it was very much evident that they are fast-absorbing products. For the body moisturiser, it's not going to transfer onto your clothing, it's not going to leave oily residue. Now this is a stereotype, but a lot of the time females know all of this because they're used to putting on body lotions, they're used to putting on fake tans, and they know that if you put something on too quickly after it, it can transfer onto your clothing. Again, it is a cliche, but sometimes that's a really good point that you have to make that known if men are getting into body care and they don't know these things. Everyone has to start from some point. So I think it's really important that on the website they've broken that down and they've explained that these things do absorb quickly, so you won't get streaks on your clothing, you won't get oily residue on things. I do think you have to spell that out in case someone didn't actually realise that beforehand. So what I'm going to do now is just look at the three of them, look at the ingredients, try out the formulations on my hand, and then I'm going to finish off using the body moisturiser just for a quick hand and arm massage, just to see how I feel that it works. Again, when you're doing a massage, you're not using moisturiser, you're using a massage medium. But I do think that you find it relaxing, I find it relaxing, and you can massage in your moisturiser. So it's a nice way of testing it out. So let's start first of all with the eye balm. So first of all with the eye balm, really nice packaging. Now it tells us that it's made in England and it's 98% natural origin. As I was saying, it's vegan, not tested on animals, but again, go onto the website and do your research. Now, the good thing about the eye balm is it's going to absorb in very quickly, and you've got to remember that less is more. If you use too little, you can put a little bit on, but don't overdo it. So nothing in any greater size than a pea-sized amount, I would say. Now it tells you that it's suitable for sensitive skins, but always do a patch test if you're not sure, because even the most sensitive of skins, even the most robust, to be honest, of skins, can take an irritation or an allergic reaction to anything. So just do a little patch test if you've not used anything before, if it's a new range. The active ingredients are extract of wild Australian plum, and this is going to give you your vitamin A, C and E to help keep the skin hydrated. Organic aloe juice, because this is hydrating and soothing. which is good for your anti-inflammatory properties. You've got vitamin E, again, just mentioning that it is anti-inflammatory. Licorice extract, which we've seen before when we've chatted about different products, that is really effective, again, for soothing and calming. Persian tree extract, that is going to help with pigmentation and puffiness. And then matcha green tea, which is an antioxidant. So these are all going to help when they work together just to give a nice result on the eye. Now remember, we don't look for miracles in our products, but if you use a product day and evening, you should see improvements. And I would look to be seeing an improvement in about 1 to 2 weeks. And that's how it looks here. It's a nice little compact balm. It's nice and light. I think that'd be very easy to use. If you're not used to using a product, that's easy to hold. Again, I love what they've done with the branding. That looks very good. So we'll try a little bit on the back of the hand. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit there, because what I would like you to do is, if you're going to use it, is actually put it on the ring finger, because it's the finger with the least pressure on it. And that means that when you're placing it on the eye area, both underneath and above on that occipital area, and remember I've showed you demonstrations of that before, this is the finger that you can't apply too much pressure with. So that is the finger that you would use. However, I will be using it on the back of my hand just for today. So I'll pop that there, give it a little smell. So that's neutral, it's not got a strong perfume, which is good, because you don't want a strong perfume on that area. You don't want anything that could potentially cause irritation. You're so close to the eye, it's so sensitive. That skin there, remember, is the thinnest skin in the body, as thin as an eggshell. That feels lovely. That is silky soft. It almost feels like the lightest of lotions mixed with, well, it is a balm. So that's exactly what it is. It doesn't feel as oily as a balm can feel, but again, they have made that like a lotion balm fusion, and that's it. It's now pretty much absorbed in. So if this was your eye, then you'd just be working from the inside of the eye out, underneath, and then the inside of the eye out above, and just working very lightly. And remember, when you're doing that, you're helping to increase circulation, you're helping to boost lymphatic flow. So if you've got any puffiness there, which is just stagnant, basically it can just be stagnant lymph that's there, it can be puffiness, just fluid. So you're aiding the removal of that fluid, but you're not being so heavy-handed. And by using the ring finger, you literally cannot be heavy-handed. If I switch to the middle or the index, I can put a lot more pressure. I don't want to do that with the eye. So that feels lovely. And I can honestly say that if anyone, male or female, wants to try this brand and they want to know how the texture feels, it's super light. I don't like it when something feels really heavy. The worst thing that I've ever read, which put me off very rich, very heavy products, is when people use too much of a very indulgent product, that the eye can actually have trouble. The area underneath can have issues with trying to break down overloading of product, and you can give yourself puffiness because you've literally put too much product on, and the body, the skin, has got trouble absorbing it. It doesn't feel like it's heavy to absorb at all, so I would never be concerned about using this. It was too rich, I've used too much. That feels very nice. So I might just have to go ahead and continue using this, and I will let you know how it goes. But again, it's got a nice neutral smell. There's nothing too powerful there, which is always good in my book for an eye cream. You just want it to be effective and get the job done. So that is the first one, the Gruff Stuff Eye Balm. Next product here is a spray-on moisturiser. Now again, it's suitable for sensitive skins, but like I said, always do a patch test. You just never know. It could be the most gorgeous product in the world, but if there's something in you that's sensitive to something, then it's not always the product. It could be just you. There's something in you that doesn't get on with it, so always do your patch test. Now, if you don't feel very familiar with sprays, or you've never used a spray before, it can be a very convenient way of just getting the job done. And let's have a look at this. Again, nice handy bottle. It's quite liquidy. You can feel that. Again, looks good, like what they've done here. Tells you that it's vegan. Also says that when you've opened it, you've got a 12-month usage before you want to think about getting that used up before the year's done. Just looking at the packaging, Remember I was saying before about it being fast drying, so this is a fast drying moisturiser. It's in spray form and they tell you that it's easy to apply and it's got effective hydration with lasting results. You've got to spray it directly on your clean skin from approximately 30 centimetres away, and again, avoid direct contact with eyes. Make sure your eyes are closed when you do it. Now, it's a really good point about it being 30 centimetres away, because a lot of people make a mistake with a spray and they hold it far too close. That's a problem because you're probably going to jump a mile, but in addition to that, you're not going to get the full effect because you're going to make it that it's just going to directly hit that very close zone, and then you've not actually done what you needed to achieve. It's got to be the 30 centimetres away so that it very gently lands on the skin and it feels more like a veil, if you like, a veil of moisturiser, rather than just, oh, you've hit it. That would be quite off-putting. So make sure it feels like it's almost gently settling onto the skin. Now, just looking at the ingredients here again, you've got your extract of Australian plums. Again, it's got your vitamins A, C and E for your hydration. Your aloe juice, again, for your hydration and your rejuvenation, your anti-inflammatory. Your vitamin E, also anti-inflammatory and helping again with UV damage. And vitamin E is good for just, again, we can't stop skin aging, but we can definitely help with the appearance of the skin and try to prevent premature aging. So that's good for that too. Witch hazel, which is a good anti-inflammatory. I would also say witch hazel is good if you do tend to get a bit of oiliness, because it's an astringent and it helps to balance that out. And this is a new one for me. I hope I'm saying this right. Polysaccharide. Let me know if I've said that wrong. So that helps to develop a protective barrier against atmospheric UV and domestic pollution. So I'm taking from that, that might be again for helping with free radicals. But again, if that's something that anyone knows specifically more about, let me know, because that's a new ingredient for me. 98% natural origin, vegan, not tested on animals. So because I've not sprayed this before, it might need a few pumps before it's effective, and I will hold it closer than the 30 centimetres just to get a feel for it when you're first trying it out. And that's not too bad. So that is quite liquidy. So I wasn't sure if it might come out and be quite a thick moisturiser, but it's more of a lotion than a cream. That would make sense because it's a spray. That smells very pleasant. So I would say maybe the aloe is coming through first and foremost for me, but it's aloe in a very nice fresh scent. Again, no perfumes. It doesn't smell of aromatherapy or perfume or anything overpowering rather. I would say it's the aloe that I'm getting with that. So I'll spray it from about the 30 centimetres. You might not see it on camera, you might. It almost feels like a mist rather than, I thought it might feel more like a, which I've had them before, I've had like a vitamin E mist before, but it actually landed on the skin like little white spots of moisturiser. But this is much more, I would say, like a cooling spray. However, it is a spray on moisturiser. So I would say if anyone isn't sure about whether they want to try a spray moisturiser, this feels incredibly easy to use. I mean, that's it. We're done. So say you're just getting started with a new routine, you've made a promise to yourself, or maybe it's a potential Christmas gift and you're buying it thinking, will this person use it? Will they think that it's too faffy for them? It's too complicated? Look at that. That was so easy. It's not water, but what you could say to that person was, look, if you can spray water on your face, you can spray this because it's that simple. And then you just give it a rub. Now, obviously, with a moisturiser, if you want to, you can do your effleurage routine. You can do your routine with just stroking movements to let it absorb in. But there will be guys out there that are just not interested in that. They just want to spray it on. They don't even want to touch it. Or they just want to spray it on and go, done. You could do it with that. So again, it's not leaving a film on the skin. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel as if it's wanting to, you know, sometimes it can feel a bit tacky and it's just wanting to take its time and absorb. None of that. It's in. So I think if you're in any doubt and you're wondering what kind of skincare to go for that isn't too complicated, isn't too expensive, isn't too faffy, that could be a good one to start with. Can you see the difference there as well? I've done this hand, I put a little bit of eye balm on, and I've done the moisturiser. I haven't touched this hand. And just through putting that on and just doing a little bit of massage manipulation, I've already started to boost my circulation here. So I've got a smoother skin appearance here, whereas I haven't touched this hand and it looks a little bit paler and a little bit more blotchy because I haven't done anything here. And that is the power of putting on a product and then starting to work on the skin. As we always say, you're bringing the circulation to the surface, you're bringing the blood, you're bringing the nutrients, you're giving everything a boost. So if you're doing that from the inside, then you're putting the products with all the good ingredients on the outside, you start to see a result. So that is the facial moisturiser, and now I'm going to try the body moisturiser. So this is the last one in the collection, and this is the spray on body lotion. So again, also suitable for sensitive skins, also do your patch test. And this is again 98% natural origin, vegan, not tested on animals. And it's also got your extract of the wild Australian plums, your organic aloe juice, your vitamin E, and a new one on me again, if I say this wrong, please correct me, babasau oil, non-greasy emollient that helps to soften the skin. So I'll need to do my research on that because that's a new one on me, but I'm looking forward to seeing how that feels. So again, I'm thinking potential Christmas gifts here because they look really nice. Can you imagine if you just did that? Even if it's just one of the items, if you did the full collection, looks quite nice. I would be impressed with that. So this is how your spray on body lotion looks. Again, nice and liquidy, good weight to it. Spray directly on clean skin. It's just the same as the facial moisturiser, approximately 30 centimetres away, and avoid, again, contact with the eyes. So remember, with the body moisturiser, I wouldn't be doing the face. I would use my facial moisturiser for that. So from the neck down, I would want to be using this, but I would do the neck with my body moisturiser. So where the neck finishes and you move on to the chest, this is what I'd be using this for. But you could get into the habit of coming out the bath or shower. Once you've dried yourself off, even if the skin is slightly damp, very, very easy just to take this product and just squish it all over the body. Now you can either wait for it to dry or give it a quick rub, give it a quick blend in, because again, you're boosting the circulation that way. But again, I'll hold it a bit closer just to get it started, just to pump it through. There we go. So again, it's nice and liquid, nice and light. Let me smell it. Same scent as before. It's the aloe that's coming through for me. So I'll do it on both hands just now. So because you've got that oil in it, that's going to give you a little bit more slip and slide. So again, we'll do a quick hand and arm massage with this one just to see how it feels. But the oil in it means that it's going to be quite robust for the body, especially on the guys if you've got dry knees, dry elbows, maybe you neglect your feet and you've got quite dry, cracked heels. This could be a good way just to introduce a moisturising technique into your routine. You can start with this, you can build up, but it's so convenient. I'm thinking if anyone's a traveller, if you travel with work, if you stay in hotels, or when you're going on holiday, if you know that your skin gets dry when you're out in the sun, could be a good idea just to carry something like this. And because you've got the cap on it and it's the spray, just very convenient. But again, that's already soaked in. So what they were saying about no transfer and no residue, yes, I can vouch for that because it's gone. So we will now try a little hand and arm massage with this, but overall it does exactly what I would expect it to do. It's all absorbed in, smells very pleasant. If you're looking for some ideas for gifts or just a treat for yourself or starting your new routine, could be one to look out for. So let's do this hand and arm massage and everyone can relax and watch this. So I thought it would be nice to do a demo of a quick hand and arm massage, and we'll use the spray body lotion because it's got that oil in it, so that's going to give us our massage medium, our slip and slide. Obviously in the salon you're not using body lotion, but in the house, if you want to make a decision, maybe a New Year's resolution, or maybe even just looking after yourself. Again, even though it's aimed at the guys, doesn't just have to be the guys that use it, but you could make a promise to yourself that you're going to start really looking after your skin. So we could use something like a body lotion, but massage it in to get more results. But again, you don't have to do that. You can always just spray it on, leave it, and then just get on with your day. So let's spray it on the area. Now that might have been more than you need, but again, I'm doing a little massage, so I want to get the results. So I'm probably going to put on a little bit too much, and we'll just turn your hand round, and I'll just squish a little bit here. But with a massage, you can put on a little bit more than you would do if you were just doing your own moisturising. But it's extremely light, very light. You know, sometimes with massage oils, which again, this is not, it's not claiming to be that, but they can be quite thick and viscous. You get some body oils, body lotions, body creams that are quite thick and they take ages to sink in. But already I can feel that this is sinking in. So I'm effleuraging and I'm warming up the area, but I'm also helping to absorb the body lotion, the body spray into the skin. And then what I could do, I wouldn't do any deep massage manipulations because that's not what this is for. But I could maybe just spend a bit of time here. And not only am I using it to moisturise the skin, but in the process of it sinking in, it's also a really nice thing just to treat your skin, treat your muscles, just give everything a nice bit of relaxation. It's always good just to ease off any tension in your joints at the wrist, and then to work along the carpals and just give everything a little loosen. And even though I don't need any more lotion, if I wanted to, I could spray it on the body again, or I could spray it on my own hand, but that's just if I wanted to. But again, you could work on the carpals and then you could just stretch out the fingers, stretch out the thumb. You could even use, because it's a moisturiser, you could even just take any residue that's on your hands over the cuticles if anyone's got really dry cuticles, or they don't mean it but they pick or bite the cuticles. That's a habit, if you can, to try and break, because that can lead to infection. It doesn't look great, but more important than that, you don't want to give yourself any infections. So you could do that too. And then if we turn you around, again, if anyone's got any dryness, sometimes they get calluses depending on the job they do, or if they work at the gym, you know, they might be lifting weights or using kettlebells. Sometimes you can get calluses through that. So all you would do here is just, again, give it a little stretch out, some thumb circles. You're always supporting the hand. And you're giving everything a little boost of circulation. But again, that's not necessary for the moisturiser. All you really have to do is just spray it and then just let it absorb, which it does very quickly. But it's a nice thing to do. And then just stretch off again. And as you would expect, look, that's completely dried in. And the good test is that there's no residue in the hair. You know, sometimes when you put a product on, it can get trapped in the natural hairs. That's not there. That's totally gone. So if anyone was in any doubt of them, the Gruff Stuff putting their money where their mouth was, look, that is completely dry. So I think that is, for me, something that I would say is a unique selling point, is that it's not going to have you feeling as if everything's just sticky and, you know, feels like there's residue there. But again, it's mainly for men, it's targeted at men. But if you like it and you're looking for something like that, then open to everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.